leadership. Good morning, LinkedIn. Good morning, Facebook. Good morning, YouTube. It is a wonderful Monday. And if you don't think it's a wonderful Monday, go and get your head up and get it checked. Because here's the big thing. Whatever we decide is going to happen, we're going live now. So hang around. Good morning, Jan. How are you on this fine day? I'm very good. Thank you very much. Looking forward to jumping into things today. How was your weekend? Are you excited for the week ahead?
Yeah, absolutely. And are you having any celebrations today? Sending you and everyone lots of love on this fine Valentine's Day for sure. Not sure whether you're celebrating, flowers ready, chocolates and all that.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't been on a date in 2 years, let alone Valentine's Day. So for me, it is just a normal day. I sent my kids a letter on Valentine's Day, though. I write them a little note in the mornings. But yeah, no, Valentine's Day, no romance for me.
You're here to celebrate with us, so plenty of love. Leave this room for David for sure. So I welcome everyone on today's discussion.
So we're getting started in literally about 2 minutes. We're going to talk about leadership today, leading from the front. Top tips, pen and paper, you might need it. You can quite simply, when you're doing what we're doing today, even note these things down, but it's also going to be part of our bigger program that's coming up.
So let me just quickly check, how many followers. So 672. Every time I'm in this club, it's just changing, right? 672,000 members strong.
So what we're going to do is we're going to jump in. We're going to do a little Q&A for a couple of minutes with people on Clubhouse. And then after that, what we're going to do is jump into a bit of a breakdown and a training on some top actionable, or if you are trying to grow a team and you don't already have one, this is going to be some full-on tips, step by step. If you've got a team, it's going to give you some pinpoint accurate things that you can do to take advantage of what you're actually doing. And so we want to get you to the next level. And our leadership plan for a lot of people is nearly zero, which isn't what we want. So this has got 180 people in here now. We've got you guys on LinkedIn, you guys on YouTube, you guys on Facebook, plus Instagram Live. Utilizing tools like this is a really handy thing to do, part of your leadership. Because like, think for example now, if I can manage to help you get to that next stage. So what we do is on Clubhouse itself, you can share the room, you can add questions. So we're going to do a Q&A, we're going to do some questions, drop some hints and tips and hacks, and then jump into that. So we've got 5-6 people which come in to join us, which is just great.
The next 15 minutes or so. So it really depends on the flow of the conversation. So we do welcome you to stay till the very end. And also, if you have any suggestions about what future rooms you want to see, feel free to message myself or David on Instagram. So thank you so much for your patience. So without further ado, maybe we will go to David to introduce himself a little bit, maybe give a couple of shares, and then we can see how we are getting on with regards to questions, and then we can continue from there. So over to you, David.
Morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Jan, yes, I've come here for my Valentine's Day attention, just because being a single dad, I don't get any. But it's great to see so many great people here. It is a Monday, and as with all Mondays, Jan, thanks for such a great intro. We're going to be dropping this in as some practical, actionable tips that you can use within your business to get to that next stage of what you're doing. And what I've done is I've broken down a series of leadership parts that we deal with. But when we're going out, so as a sales and business coach, I go out to businesses. So we have, and it's actually a 40-point leadership program that we introduce and we implement. What we're doing today is covering 12, and each one of these has got a little subsection. So if anyone gets stuck with this type of stuff, this is the type of thing that we specialize in. But what we want to do is make sure that each week we're coming back with something different, something that's practical, something that's actionable, and something that you can do. And at the end, obviously, we've got the amazing Jan, of course, Jackie, Robert, Tox, Mariana, Antoine, Antonia, even. We're going to come around and do some questions as well. So we're going to jump into it. Anyone who wants further detail on some of the trainings, there's a link at the top which you can grab it. It's a free training. The whole idea about it, as we do with anything in business, is shining ourselves as an expert by delivering results to people. And if you can shine yourself as an expert and deliver results to people, it's going to be more impactful out there. So this is a training that you can go off, simply hit the link, add your details, and get access to it. There's no selling on there, although my name is the Sales Angel. But it's more about breaking limiting beliefs and 3 different singular strategies that you can use within your business today. So we'll jump into that. So when we're talking about leadership in general, what we have to look at is you don't have to have led the biggest team, the biggest army, the biggest company to be an effective leader. I personally think some of the best leaders I've ever met aren't actually officially leaders. And I think there's a part of this that a lot of people, as soon as they get into a leadership role, they actually change what they do. And I think it's one of the big mistakes that we see when we go into places. A lot of the time, if I go into a business and with sales teams, for example, those sales teams will often be run by a team leader or a manager who was a great salesperson. So they were great at selling. And what the person really wanted was, can you replicate what you do now with other people? But actually, the way we do things and then the way that we teach them and explain them and guide them are often very different. And one of the big parts when we look into most of these nurtured business teams, it comes down to, and this is 12 of our core areas that we deal with. So first and foremost, it sounds completely obvious, but listening to our team. If a real leader can understand their team, their needs, their issues, their concerns, it makes it far easier to do it. And we follow a very simple but 6-step strategy. First and foremost, you need to have the ability to let your employees speak.